I remember laying on my bed the night before a game and doing visualization, which I like to do because it puts really positive images in your head before you go and play the game the next day. And I imagined myself scoring in this game against Japan. In this vision, I took my boot off and went to show the crowd. Hi, I'm Kelly Smith, and this is Box to Box. Fond memories. This is my first World Cup shirt. You can see it says FIFA Women's World Cup, China 2007. It's got my name on the back. Yeah, I've got fond memories of this game. I scored 2 goals in this game and we drew against Japan 2-2.
You were only 17 when you made your debut for England. What did that kind of feel like to make your national debut?
Yeah, it was amazing. The letter come through the post. That's how you were told back in the day there. And it was from Ted Copeland, the manager at the time, saying that I'd been selected for a call-up for England, and I was just over the moon. I couldn't believe it. So I went away on the camp up to Sunderland, Roker Park. It's now called the Stadium of Light, their stadium. We played Italy, and I remember walking into the changing room and seeing the England shirt on a hanger and just being filled full of pride, because I'd worked so hard and dreamt of this moment for so long. I remember walking out, and my dad was there, my family, and seeing them and singing the national anthem, and had a tear in my eye, because this is what I dreamt of for so long. So it was a really proud moment for me and my family. Always a dream of mine to play in the biggest stage of world football, which for me was the World Cup. I remember laying on my bed the night before a game and doing visualization, which I like to do because it puts really positive images in your head before you go and play the game the next day. And I imagined myself scoring in this game against Japan. In this vision, I took my boot off and went to show the crowd. You know, Brandy Chastain took her top off, swung it around, so I'm like, I can't do that, it's not original. So I was like, oh, if I score, I'm going to take my boot off. So that's what I did. The first goal, I took my boot off, but I was so overcome with emotion, being my first World Cup, that I actually ran with it to the corner flag and started kissing it. That was not in the visualization, but that's become kind of one of those iconic celebrations that kind of everybody wants to speak to me about. I said, why did you do that? And then the second goal that I scored, I did the same thing, so it was just like a knock-on effect. I have that boot actually in a frame at home in my garden house, at the bottom of my garden, with some pictures behind me, behind the boot of me kissing it. Super special memory that I have always to cherish. Do you want me to read it? I remember the first time I saw Kelly play. She'd just graduated from Seton Hall. She's incredibly technical, with great speed of thought and play. Her touch is different class. Everything's clean. Everything's with a purpose. The pace of her passes is always perfect, and she can score at will too.
This is a Mia Hamm quote referencing you. So how did you feel when you first heard that?
Well, everybody knows who Mia Hamm is. Fortunate enough to play against her when I played for England against America, and then in the professional league when I was out in America. And she's such an icon, a legend in the game, and a fantastic striker that did amazing things for America for so many years. For her to say this, it's really nice, because you know, I respected her as a player, playing against her all these years ago, and she is just a legend of the game, and everybody knows who Mia Hamm is. A whistle? Referee? Oh, what's coming?
How special is it to be back at Arsenal coaching?
It's super special to be back at the club that I played for so many years. You know, when I retired in 2016, I thought I would just be watching them as a fan and doing punditry work and going to the games. But I'm back in a different capacity now as an assistant coach and really loving it, because I'm getting to work with world-class players. My main focus is working with Russo, Miedema and Blackstenius, because I was a striker, and that's where my love lies. So I'm working with them, you know, on a daily basis, trying to improve their goal scoring opportunities, watching video with them, and just finding that 1 or 2% that can make them better in game situations. So it's been fun for me to be back in a team environment, a great bunch of girls, and we're looking to do really good things this season. My Seton Hall Day shirt, which was the number 6 that I wore back in the day. And yeah, this shirt was actually retired by the university. So I went to Seton Hall University in 1997. My idea of going to college, I had to leave England at that time because the game was, we were only training 2 evenings a week, and I wanted to be a professional footballer. And the only chance of me doing that was to go to America, because the game was viewed as, and was respected a whole lot more than in England. So I managed to be seen playing in England, and I got a scholarship to go to America. And for me, that was professional athlete, because we were training every day, even though I was going to university and studying. At like 3 o'clock, we'd train on a football every day. And for me, that was the best way for me to develop. I played there for 3 years, and my shirt got retired a few years after leaving the university, which is a really big thing in America. Not so big over here, but it means that nobody ever in the women's women's soccer programme at Seton Hall can never wear the number 6 again. So I have a banner hanging up in their basketball gym with my number and name. And there's only other 3 women, me, Robin and Jodie, who were 2 basketball players. It's a real honour, and this plaque they sent me when it was retired, and this hangs up in the athletic department's hallways, and it's in the Hall of Fame. Oh, my player item.
How does it feel to be the first female British icon?
You know, there's other women that are icons in the game, and to be playing alongside them, it's a real honour. I think what EA Sports have done is really super special to me, to be in the best football game in the world. To have women's football included in this game is just unbelievable, because it reaches millions and millions of households, reaching different generations of people, and it really normalises women's football for me. Some little kid can see me playing, or any other female footballer, and go and practice as them and say, I'm Kelly Smith or I'm Leah Williamson out on the playing field. And you know, I never had that growing up. I had male role models growing up, so for young boys and girls to have female role models is super special for the women's game. Thanks for this, guys. I'm Kelly Smith, and this was Box to Box.